Have you ever wondered what's the best way to learn? I'll show you a method using this model aircraft kit. There are many methods for learning, but the most tried and tested and surprisingly simple method is Bloom's taxonomy. And we'll apply it to this AMA beta model aircraft.
Oh, that's good, that's good.
Benjamin Bloom was an American educational psychologist and a professor at the University of Chicago. In 1956, Bloom chaired a committee that published this book. In the book, Bloom introduced a 6-level framework to help educators move beyond useless memorization. The 6 levels are split into 2. The first 3 are lower order learning, and the second 3 are higher order learning. You and I are learners, and oftentimes we find ourselves self-educating. Why not use this in your learning process? You might start liking it so much that you're going to keep on using it. I'd love to hear more about your experience with this process in the comments below, so leave a comment for me to read. Remember, there's 4 forces acting on an aircraft. Lift goes up, weight goes down, thrust goes forward, and drag goes backward. Easy to memorize, no? Now you're an aerospace engineer. Navier Stokes, no, please. Understand. You may ask why lift goes up, and this one's a complicated one to answer. If we cut a wing, the shape we get is called an airfoil. It splits air in a way that creates low air pressure above and high air pressure below. This creates lift. Why does weight go down? Because of gravity. Why does thrust go forward? Because that's the direction we set up our engines, because that's where we want to go. Why does drag go backwards? Well, when we split the air, it fights back. If you ever try to dive into water, you also understand the resistance of fluids. Apply. Here's the fun part. Let's make this model aircraft kit fly with what we know. Here's some footage of me struggling. I didn't do so well, but I finally managed to get it open. Every 1 turn of the winder is equal to 20 twists of the rubber band. Here are the wings and the stabilizers, the propeller, rubber bands and the mount for the wings. With a little bit of struggle and no help from my camera guy who just stood there and watched, I finally managed to put everything on the fuselage. Analyze and evaluate. I made this airplane and the AMA Alpha about 3 times already for my AE 123 class, which is a class I took here. With the second plane, we realized that the rubber band kept getting more and more stretched until it snapped. Since they looked like my chapped hands on a cold winter morning, we put Aquaphor in them. And with our last attempt, we realized that in order to make the airplane climb and turn left, we needed to push the left aileron up, the right aileron down, so that it would roll left. Then the rudder needed to turn left to make the airplane go left. And finally, the elevators needed to go up to make the airplane push the air upwards like so. And pretty much done. And finally, create. And finally, we have finished the process. We winded it up as you saw, and now we're gonna fly it with the methods that we learned through our 3 past attempts for my AE 123 class. I'd be lying if I was to say that this was our first attempt, but this was our best attempt. It was quite a windy day, and the airplane, as you can see in a moment here, ends up stalling and it can't quite recover from it, so it just plummets down, and that's me running. Honestly, I have no idea why we didn't just go further into the field, but yeah, unfortunately, that happened. Oh jeez, dude, oh my god. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and ring the notification bell. I'm looking forward to reading your comments, and as always, stay curious. If you enjoyed this video, check out some of my other videos and shorts. Also, check out my Instagram and Twitch. Links in the description.